Hello. So, first off, probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream. I had D&D last night. Fucking session went till midnight. Did not sleep very well. That was a bit of chaos. So there's that. Probably a shorter stream. Second off, I have a different dog in my house right now who is currently staring me down from down the hallway. So if you hear little tip taps, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but if you hear little tip taps of feet, that is her just being a menace to me and just staring me down because I'm now talking and she is not used to my antics. Yeah. And third, so Smart Origins SMP is a server made by a friend of mine that was made last year in September, or at least it started. And unfortunately, just how the normal progression of servers work, it died out gradually over time. So, the second season of it is going to be happening soon. And I'm probably not going to log on the server in general knowing that it's literally about to end. So I wanted to do a final tour, sort of it. Sort of go over some places that I've been before, or places that were pretty damn popular to hang out in. Maybe we'll end up running into something I didn't even know existed. Who knows? I doubt it, because I've been wandering around the server pretty decently, at least in the mainly populated areas. But I got a little bit of a treat for everyone, because I literally managed to find the exact coordinates where I originally logged in, and that's only significant because I spawned in the Nether. Yeah. My first 5 seconds on this dang server was on a fortress and being very lost, and the only context I had on where to go was just trying to head towards 0-0. I had no idea which way I needed to go. Nowadays, it's a lot easier to get there. It is a lot easier to get back because I actually recently learned, literally when I was finding this location, this is where the Blaze Farm is. I didn't actually know where the Blaze Farm was until I set myself up in here. So there's that. But there's also a path, and I don't feel like dealing with overworld travel right now. As curious as I am on what's on the other side of that portal, I'm just not going to go through it. That will be a mystery that remains, for me at least. But yeah, it's been this server has been the longest running for me. I'm pretty sure all other servers I've been on lasted probably not even half a year. Although when I say that, we should ignore the ones that were already on a time, like already had sort of a expiration date on how long it would last. And what those servers are is, the life server, so any session-based server, and a 30-day server that we knew was going to end at the end of the month. I also have no idea what this is or whose this is. I have no idea whose house this is. I'm assuming it's another Nether origin, but I have no idea. So I can't even try to give context. Anyway, so when the new server comes up, though, I will probably end up streaming the first day of it. We're also going to be doing a little bit back and forth just for context. I'll end up coming back down this hallway. But on the first day, I'll probably be streaming it. I already have planned for that. It's going to be a longer stream, as it always is on first days. I have plans for the new server, and I'm not giving up on my big project. we're not giving up on it. We are going to redo it, and we are going to make it better. If I can remember how to open my inventory. Also, I cannot wait to be in a version where I can just switch helmets in my inventory. I'm pretty sure the version we're updating to is going to be a version where you can do that. Cannot wait. Of course it's fucking raining. Although I will say I will miss all of my stuff. And I think progression is going to be a little bit harder. I'm just trying to get rid of the rain. So, good lord, why am I lagging? Can I please stop lagging? That would be much appreciated. So, funnily enough, actually, the portal, if I remember correctly, the portal was actually a few blocks back. It was not that portal. That's not the portal I originally came through. But this was about the original location of the portal. Oh, lovely. But yeah. Some origins at the beginning were suffering from the rain, which was sort of unfortunate but funny. People were also screaming about day and night. This was one of the first, nice looking builds, or one of the non-house looking builds that was set up, if we ignore all of the graffiti. This is also where we discovered the back rooms, which is a weird glitch with, this did not used to look like this, which is a weird glitch with the stools and stuff. I think it's this way. But there's that fun glitch. So you had to be very careful where you put your chairs, because sometimes you could send your friends into the back rooms of just a random cave, and then they have to figure out how to get out. Because some of these caves they would be sent to, I know once I was sent to a cave. It was literally like a small room. Like, it may have been 3 by 5 and just tall enough for me to stand in. It was a small room. Oh, and also the egg. Another weird thing about the chairs is they will let you pick up anything randomly on the ground, which has had multiple instances of people losing items and then freaking out. I know before it became mainstream known that it happened, or how it worked specifically, I broke a shulker box, and then it disappeared, and I was freaking out because that had a lot of shit in it. Luckily, it was very quickly discovered that it was mine, because I was 4 people on the server active at that time, so very few people could have had it. Anyway, so this is one of the houses of the original people that were on the server. She's still here. But this was sort of made on the first day. She's just been gradually making it look better. I'll show that part of it in a minute. But Mina's house, she tried to make it as non-aquatic origin friendly as she could. But it's really cute. I always like her house. It's cozy for how it's had to be made. It's very cute. I like it. And then this is the cave she made for the people who can't swim underwater, so that they can still be near her house or go greet her in her house. There's a few other houses near spawn. Mine never actually got finished, and The funny thing about my house is the fact that it is flat out just the cave that I originally found on the first day. Just the only thing that's changed is I've made a few more branches and smoothed out the ground so I could walk around. I haven't seen this person in ages. I don't know if this person's still even active, but yeah, this was a first day house, or at least a first week house. Reminder, actually, I did not join the server on the first day because I had like class or work or something. I joined on like the third day, so some people already were set up. Other people were suffering. There used to be sheep in here, I think. These people also haven't been around for a while. This is literally like first month and a half of stuff. I think you can tell just by how many memes and things are on the walls. I think we all went a little bit crazy with like jokes and stuff. I did not structure this at all, by the way. I'm just sort of running around. That is from one day where I was PvPing with some others. And that day is the day where the Colosseum was officially secured to be built in my mind. Did I finish it? No. You'll actually see how much I got done with it. And then we will hopefully get further for the next one. Let's go up, up. This is someone's... Oh, yeah. You can tell there was a few deaths around. This was also someone's partially built house. I don't actually know whose this was, but this is right up on my hill. This is sort of funny. It's been here for like ages, since literally the first portion of the server. Guess my house would be good because I'm already over here. The funny thing is, I actually put down these bushes to block my like house because creepers kept on walking in and exploding things because people would accidentally lure them in. And then we turned off mob griefing, so I wasn't as worried about it. I have a lot of stuff. This was for my mining adventures. Half of this stuff is just randomly placed for me just experimenting with stuff. Oh gosh, the trade shop. I got decently far with like everything. I even built myself a small little storage room. And then this is a place where we were throwing all the hats and stuff. Of course, Shrieker just casually hang out in the corner. So the first day, the first portion. Oh yeah, my son. The first portion that Rosie, my best friend, who's also my mod, or one of my two mods, the first like amount of time that she was on the server, she actually just ignored the pictures. I did not choose these. Someone else put them up. She actually just slept in this room, also with these photos in here. At some point, one night, because you have to remember, half the shit that happens on the server is when half of us are like almost asleep or have been up for way too long. And so I swear we're delirious or something. This ended up happening. A Fit MC jump scare. Don't know why, it just did. But yeah. This was also a decision I made literally on the first week. Glowberries. And then over here is my snail. Ow. That I can ride. I may just let him free before the server ends. I may just let him free. But I made a little hidey hole for him. If I... Oh. That would help. But yeah. Little snail. And I had once again began my, my server typical mining operations down here. But I technically started up here. And we'll just go straight down the hole. I have a weird habit of just making a giant mine every server I join. And what I mean is I try to clear out an entire multiple chunks wide area. I know for one of the servers I joined, I actually did just leave it to specifically a chunk, and I did finish that one. And then, so any ones that have actually stuck to specifically about the size of a chunk, I've actually finished. But this is also how I got most of my diamonds and stuff. I think I moved all my diamonds into, like, shulker. Maybe not. I swear I had more diamonds. Who knows? Why did I check a crafting table? Who knows? But this is where I have a lot of material. Oh yeah. Cobbled deep slate. I took that for the Colosseum. I have a lot of random crap. This is all deep slate. This is all cobblestone, sorry. Yeah. This was also my first time on one of these where I actually had a beacon. I usually don't get beacons for these ventures. I usually just do it by hand with no help, which is not the smartest move. It's once again nighttime. Okay. Whatever. This is someone else's house, which is very pretty and cute. I actually got worried about this person after I started working on the mining area because I realized, they have a portion that they were building underground over there, and I realized how damn close my mine was to that portion. I don't think this person ever logged on again after they, like, finished setting up that area, but I still got worried for a little bit. Also, first month or something, my sad little cow farm, which the only thing that's changed about this area is less trees. People actually the people that I showed the farm to actually really respected the please keep at least 2 cows alive. And I had quite a few people using this farm for a while. Some people needed it because their origin required leather for food. Other people were using it because we just needed leather. No one really used it specifically for, like, meat, like food. As far as I'm aware. I think most of us had alternatives for food elsewhere, so we were pretty happy. Slow going. Really slow going. Oh, I guess I can show off one of the most populated houses. On the coast is a giant house that had, like, multiple people living in it. And I think it was named the Barbie house. Might be wrong. Or it was at least called the Pink Cliff house. It may have been called the Barbie house. I can't remember. It's been a while since anyone really referred to it really at all because no one's been on the server. Being completely honest, I've been the most consistent to log on the server the past, like, few weeks. So, as is per usual for me. Also, the little circle farms, I'm pretty sure was built pretty early on. But this base is really, really cute. The little axolotl in the hillside. The general vibe that the house has is just really cute and pretty. I've always liked this house, even when it was like really early on. And before it had like windows. Why is there just... I've never paid it. Of course. I don't know what to say to that. I won't really go through it because it's not my house to show. Oh my gosh, the giant chicken. We have a lot of really weirdly sized chickens. It's not really my house to show, so I won't go too thorough into it. But I'll just show you like the main parts. I know people have definitely showed these areas on stream. I won't go into anyone's rooms or anything. But again, this is one of the cute houses that I've always liked to look at. I mean, just look at this kitchen. It's freaking adorable. Ignore the height. I'll go into third person so you can admire it a little bit more. Oh, that's smart. Wait, that's really smart. I didn't think of doing that. Okay. I think this is just, yeah, this is just a bedroom. But yeah, really cute house. I've always liked this house. And it has a really nice view too. I know that originally, because a lot of people new people when they joined, they didn't stick around spawn. Most of the settlement, like the houses that are here, are from people who were here the first few months. So they were most likely here before the server even opened. Just may not have joined until a little bit later, or they may not have built a house until a little bit later. This is cute. But for the most part, a lot of the people who live around spawn fit into that category. Then here's the racetrack. Unfortunately, we never really did anything with it, but it looks really cool. But it makes me also feel really, really small. I'm being 100% honest with you. I always feel really tiny when I'm in here. It's worse than usual. I don't know. It makes me feel really small. But yeah. It's really unfortunate that we had never got around to doing anything. I know there's some like overpowered machines down there. I never messed with the machine mods that are in this server. We might as well go over to the shopping district. But yeah. There's a casual zombie villager. We also did... I know of one thing for sure. And that is if Mina does not get proper pathing on the next server, if the next spawn area does not have good paths, then Mina will flip. Also, this was from a random story time that we did, and it somehow just turned into a shit ton of flowers. Basically, it was us sharing stories about servers and stuff. It was a fun time. Yes. The axolotl store that unfortunately got blown up once or twice. other fun fact about this. I was taking Rosie on a tour, and first day, she ran into the axolotls. So eventually when she had more material, or eventually a little bit later, she dragged me back over here one day when we were playing and made me just give her iron and crap so she could buy axolotls. And she wanted to have a full collection, and so we decided to make a review board. 10 out of 10 stars. Bought one of each, made me very happy, Rosie. 7 out of 10 stars. Great shop. Rosie made me buy some for her. Casey. She did come back, I think, later to finish buying the collection, but she has, pretty sure, all of the axolotls at this point. Also, this is Spawn. This is literally the Spawn chunks. I don't think I can... Yeah. This is literally the Spawn chunks. I am going to request next time that we actually do something with Spawn, because it looks sort of sad. I'm being honest. What does this say? Oh yeah. Shopping district and community center. So from Spawn, you can actually see this. It's a cute little path. Not me friendly at all, though. But that is a skill issue on my part. I don't want to go too high up. I do really like the view of the shopping district and community center from here. I think it's really cute and pretty. It definitely gives the impression that we've actually been living on the server and aren't just like disconjointed people. I think the first shop that popped up was the rocket shop, which I'm pretty sure is going to be pretty sold out, because I know someone was just buying, or maybe not, I guess someone restocked since then. So this was the first house. Then same person who built that built this. It's been updated a few times, especially on the inside. The inside had a very different layout when it was first built, this portion. But the intention of this was to make it as suitable for as many origins as possible, which began the whole thing, the whole trend, with trying to make things accessible. Because there's one really interesting thing about the server, and it's again the fact that each person has their own unique origin. For example, I'm a withered fox. There is no other withered fox on the server, because I am that one withered fox. So the main thing about the server is the fact that you have to find a way to make public areas as accessible as possible, because there's going to be people who can't access things. I can basically access anything as long as it's a big enough area for me to go into. Like, I don't need to breathe if you're underwater. I don't care about lava because I'm fireproof. I can float up to places, admittedly, pretty damn slowly, but I can. But that's me. I'm a very, in terms of like environmental issues and in terms of environmental hazards, I'm very tolerant towards them. But a lot of people aren't. Some people are really weak to fire, and some people can't deal with sunlight or can't deal with darkness. And that's the really interesting thing about here, because we also do have more than just the basic origins. We have a lot of extra ones. So there's a lot of unique origins that we don't usually see on origin servers. But yeah, I don't know if it got really full or not, but this community center was where a lot of us dumped our things that we didn't want or need. And I've always thought of it as really cute and pretty. I've always liked this building. Yeah, I'm very happy that it was built. The fountain, funnily enough, was actually here a long time before the fucking paths. Originally, the conduit was not there, but this has always been here. And I do remember early on, shortly after the fountain was made, at some point, a lot of us got obsessed with just getting up here and just talking for like over an hour or something, and eventually a bunch of pictures and graffiti got put up there. Sadly, it's gone, or maybe good thing it's gone. Who knows? Mina Path says she tries to as she tries to accommodate for my origins weirdness with one extra pixel on the stairs. The egg store was built pretty early on too, because of the whole chair issue, where if you sit in a chair, it just throws eggs and random things on the ground at you. What the heck? Okay. This store is new-ish. And this came from Mod Shenanigans. Let's just say Mina did not mind these and did not want them initially. This is also a newer store. This is... Ooh, that's fun. This is the End store, which holds a lot of End-related things. I think the main point of it was the shulkers, but I guess it was decided to include more End-related things. So yeah, it's a pretty nice shop. I really do like how it is made. Oh, that's cute. I just noticed that. I really do like this little thing that you can add, the books, because those actually work as books, like bookshelves. So yeah. Also, this area has always been laggy, and it's because of the bamboo. Or at least the bamboo and vines is just killer on your computer. The ice store. Very cute. I love it. Very, very cute. My half attempt at a cafe paired with Rosie while we were building. I'm not the best builder, but I am happy with how what we did build turned out. It was, the original design for it was for this area to be one half of the cafe and this area to be the other half. So this area is for people who can be in the light, in the sunlight and all that. This area is for people who need to be in darker areas, so it would have been a lot more gloomy. And it was also meant to be sort of a mixture of our two origins. Rosie was a Gaia, and so she was more nature spirit-like. I'm a withered fox, which is one, a nether creature, and two, I do take some attributes of a fox, and they usually stick in burrows and things like that. So there was the idea for the cafe. I never ended up finishing it, but it was still a cute idea for when I did build it. I do wish I had finished it, but, you know, it's how it goes. This was going to be a music store. I don't think it's going to be finished before the server closes. Taco Bell. There's the context. Also, one of the original stores that was built early on, the hat store. I don't know if it ever got really finished, but, there's Kitty, the warden. I always call that warden an iPad kid, I'm being honest. Here's a newer-ish branch of the shopping district. The docks were made by Mina, and then Mina also made a tiny little bar. Or Canopy Cafe, sorry. Cute thing. Love it. Fish. I'll go look up there in a minute. But it's just, I think, I wouldn't have been surprised if Mina did let people sort of like, that was a jump scare. I didn't expect to see my head on here. I wouldn't have been surprised that if someone had asked Mina, would have maybe let them rent out some of the stalls to be small pop-ups, but I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to be functional. I can't tell. This is a casino where most of the quartz issue originates from. It does work. I just don't want to touch it because of this. I don't want to touch it on the last week and then it breaks and me to not be able to fix it before world download. Just saying, I don't want to be responsible for that. Then there's this little shop which just randomly popped up, by the way. I wasn't online for a few days and then I log on, go to the shopping district and suddenly salmon. It might be yeah, it's a fish store. So it has a bunch of little foods. I don't know why there's a toast sandwich. I couldn't tell you why there is a toast sandwich. But I do think that the shopping district turned out really good. I imagine that as long as some people are a little bit more active, or when I say some people, I mean people who are more willing to work on layout and stuff, then it'll end up looking a lot better. But I do really like how it turned out. It's a very cute area. And honestly, I'm impressed that we got so much done for how sporadic some people would log in. But yeah, it's cute. Very happy with it. For the most part, that's the spawn area done. There's only a few more places that I'll show because I won't show everyone's house. I will show mainly places that were shown on stream or that I've passed by a lot. If I'm less certain on if a person wants to be on stream, then I won't go too far into it. I won't really snoop around anyone's houses, actually. It's just, I'm trying to be nice to mindful to people who may not want everything shown on stream. I may need to go check on my dog. She just got up. I need to go. 1 minute. We are going to stand on top of the nether portal for a second. Because the nice thing is, we don't have phantoms. So no worry about that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Let's go and check out some of the most popular housing areas. There are two spots that I'm going to check out. That is Oz's house and then the Stacks. Arguably, the Stacks is a way more popular spot for people to go chat at, but Oz's house was streamed pretty well, and that's because Oz would actually stream himself. So very frequently people would end up just hanging out here for hours on end. It's not too far from my house, I just don't like the overworld travel. Oz's house is really, really cute. I've always liked it. It has a very cozy feeling. I've also exploded myself here a few times with a campfire. We don't talk about that. We also discovered that Oz may have a random, a random animation mod because at one point I was just standing in one of these cauldrons, and my character was just shivering, and I was sort of confused because that's not something that normally happens. And then here's the circle of heads. People die a lot on the server. There's no way you're keeping your deaths down low. But yeah. Oz's house is really cute. Zucker also hangs out around here. Oh, they were messing with that. It's out. Oh, that's sort of good that it's out because the cats are around. Oz also has a shit ton of cats. And dogs. But yeah, Oz's house is cute. Again, pretty cozy. I've accidentally almost killed myself in this attic multiple times before. We don't talk about that. But yeah. Very cute. Very, very cute. I think there's a little bit of a farm down there. I think I've taken a seed from his farm before because I needed the crop. But I think I bone mealed it right after I took it. Wait, no, I think it was corn. I think I literally stole corn from his farm because I was trying to make popcorn for the for the story corner. Okay, the stacks. Oh, I already have this. But yeah. The stacks was very, very, well, still, even up until the end, the stacks was always one of the most populated areas in terms of how many people there are. And that's because people just kept on moving around or on the stacks. And it's literally called the stacks because it's in like an overgrown stacks biome or something. What's it called? Lush stacks, sorry. Example of large chicken in different sizes. The stacks is pretty tiny chickens. The stacks is pretty populated. So, good lord, that's a giant egg. So I will not be able to go over like specifics, and I don't really want to go over. Good lord. Like, they need any more chickens in this place. So I'll just more of show off the stacks. Because it's a really pretty area, and honestly one of my favorite spots on the server. But, oh yeah, this is actually a cute little perch to look out on some of it. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's start out this way because this is the shorter path. I just think this is a really cute, just the way that they kept the original generation for the biome and just sort of built onto it. It's changed a lot over time, but it stayed pretty consistent with just the vibe of it, which is very just nature-like, which I like a lot. It's really cute and pretty. Also, I'm not trying to turn on the shaders that I have, by the way, because it always kills my game. Oh, there's a full view of the house, by the way. Ignore the random picture on the sign on the side. We also have quite a few signs placed around here. I don't know who places them. Signs appear everywhere. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the stacks, though, is just the bridges. They're so well done. I really love them. Just admiring. Really, all of this. I don't think I've actually ever gone down this path before. I genuinely don't think I have. What is down here? Is it still a farm? It's still like a farm or something? Nope, it's just another way to get up. Huh. Did not know that this bubble elevator was here. Okay. You know, that would have saved me a few times. Okay. Well, that exists. Anyway, I know there's like a farm somewhere around here. There's yet another chicken. Just in general, I always enjoy wandering around the stacks. Just, I don't know. It's so nice. And usually pretty safe. Usually. I don't know whose house this is. I don't think this was here last time I looked. I think it might be like a very, very new construction. Which is fair. There's something in the basement, but I won't poke around too much. Yeah, the lush stacks biome is a really pretty biome. I like it a lot. There's quite a few other places in the stacks that I won't really go to. Oh, I think this one's down. To the house, I think. I also know that someone has a home underwater. Oh no, this also takes you down to the ocean level. I really did not know that there were so many bubble columns taking you down to ocean level. Shows you how much I sort of poked around, huh? This will take you up to one of the first builds I really looked at. Those frogs were not there last I had checked. Oh yeah, this is like where all their fruit trees are. Then these layers are going to be their farms, which I think I also have collected something from before, but I had their permission. We've had multiple instances of people fighting up here. Yep, there's me. This server is very, very bloodthirsty sometimes, and I wonder why I wanted to make a coliseum. But this is the absurd amount of heads. This was a cafe or like a food store. I don't remember what specific phrasing they used. I don't think it ever really got any business, so it may have just been more for like, oh, if you need food, just take it. But it's very nice, very fun. So we will go back to the portal. Yeah, there's a lot of heads around here. Just sort of enjoy this biome. I think we'll have this biome again in the next server, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure we will. My main gripe with this biome, is there's supposed to be this one specific type of fish that spawns in this biome, and it just never did. I just wanted to see it and maybe, like, put in an aquarium specifically for it. But, never found the dang thing, even though I hung out in other biomes. like in other ones of this biome. Oh yeah, over there, by the way, in that cave you see down there, we did like 4 wither fights with Mina. And that's where, and the withers are also how we discovered one of the people in the stacks could just shred through the wither in not even a few seconds. I'm still scared of that person because they could literally just kill me anytime they wanted. Just start stabbing. Okay. So there's the stacks. Let's go down here because there's a bit of a special house over here, which I've never actually shown on stream myself. Other people probably have run across this house, but I want to immortalize it and also show my appreciation for this person because, yeah. She never made her own portal. So we have to use the portal that we use for this specific villager trading hall. Which I also have used. Whoever made it, I really appreciate them. They're not active anymore. There's the iron farm, which I have AFK'd at multiple times. But I'm just really appreciative for Rosie during this whole thing. I'm glad that she wanted to join me. And even though she hasn't played that much, that's just how she does servers though. She'll play for a while and then lose interest. I'm just glad she hung out with me when she did. And honestly, she made it quite a pretty area. It definitely matches her vibe and what she likes to do. It's cute and pretty. So funny story about Rosie's house is that it originally oh yeah, she has some funky drops in it. It originally started as just, I forgot this is a trap for me. It originally started as just this area. And this is all that there was. Of course, she made more space, but she is a tiny origin. So she can fit in there easily. She doesn't even need the trapdoor. It's very fun. Ignore the doors. That was from a prank. This is the cute little house she made. I think she intentionally made it look more greenhouse-like because again, her origin is very nature-based. So, and she loves the color pink, so that's why everything is just pink. This is a cute little loft she has. I love this house. This is such a fun house. There were plans to try to smooth out the terrain. I never got around to it, but, you know. And then here's the insanity. So, okay, before I go down here fully. Context. I'm, like, on vacation or something. I'm not able to log on the server for a little while. Rosie is sending me pictures of what she's doing on the server. I was afraid she was going to break the damn server because she kept on adding more to it. And I know it doesn't look like much, but she just kept on building a storage area. And I'm just sitting here watching her make more and wondering, God damn, is she going to break the server? Because there's also a few over here. And it's like, what the heck, man? She just built an entire archive for just storage and she didn't even use half of it. Anyway, again, this is a sign of the fact that she's a small origin. She just has like vents, just hanging out around her house. I have also died multiple times in her house because I forgot to turn back on my slow falling. But here's a farm. This was for whenever we were still planning on doing the cafe. The cafe sort of got put on hiatus as I worked on the Coliseum, and then obviously didn't finish the Coliseum, so we didn't get to work back onto the cafe. But we spent a decent amount of time on this. I helped her with this. We spent a decent amount of time down here. It's chill. Got this set up. I think there's something back here. Yeah. Dripstone set up. One of these set up. Again, neither of us make the most, like, insane, neither of us make the most insane redstone things, but both of us were working hard to do what we could. Speaking of redstone, ignoring the sheep chamber, because that's the thing, she actually did do quite a few different redstone machines. I don't want to touch any of them, but she did do quite a few redstone machines, and I think this was the most... No, this is not it. That is not it. This is the most crazy one she built, and it is an entire moss farm. I can't see into the components anymore, but it's an entire moss farm. Oh. Oh. Bro, what the hell happened? Okay then. I just got wrecked by my own ender pearl. Ow. Can I say ow? Please? Jesus. That's a death trap. Anyway, but she did really well, and I'm really proud of her. She almost gave up on it, though, I think. She was getting very frustrated with it. But yeah, this is an entire giant farm. Both redstone and non-redstone. I'm very proud of her for building this, though. Especially that redstone machine. Now, where's the hole up? There used to be a hole to get back into her original house. It may have gotten covered up at some point, though. Nope, it's here. But yeah, I'm very, very proud of her for this. For the whole thing that she has. But, yeah. I hope she'll join me in the next server, because I'm quite excited for it. I'm probably biased, but that's one of my favorite houses. I think we'll head to the last stop now. The only other thing of mine that exists is 1 or 2 farms and then a village I took over. The village is not anything special. It is just an area for us to collect trees and stuff. It's this tree area, and then this outline is where I have the villagers roam free. Issue, mob griefing is off. Villagers can't pick up stuff if mob griefing is off, and if villagers can't pick up stuff, you are stuck at a finite amount of villagers. Yeah, it did not work out for me. I tried, but it did not work. I really don't care much for, like, complete and utter organization. I'm not that picky on it, but yeah, no. So we will go to our last stop. I said this was going to be a shorter stream, and it definitely was. Funny thing is, the Coliseum's portal is right above this path, but there's no way to get to it without breaking a block, and I don't feel like replacing blocks. So we're going to have to walk there on top of the tunnel we just went down. So the Coliseum is very much a very ambitious passion project of mine now. I want it to work, and I will make it work. I have plans on how to improve it for the next one, and I have plans for how I want to make it for the next one. I think I can do it, and I will make it better than what I want it to be, because I am determined to do that. I am very thankful for the people who did help me whenever they were active, and for people who just encouraged me to work on this. But it's going to take a while, and we're going to have to see how it goes. When I finished off the Coliseum, this is what it looks like. I finished technically one corner of it in terms of the main arena, and then I didn't really I sort of worked on that one. I'm not happy with how it turned out, but that is my own gripe, and I just never worked on it. The other two I didn't even really start on. I did start on the downward stairs to get to the prep area, and I had started draining the underground part for the water arena. I managed to get a fourth of it drained. I take that as a win because I wasn't trying too hard on it. I do also have a plan on how to see in there, but I didn't get around to that either. But I will continue working on this idea, this project, because I am now dead set on this being the thing I put down for this server. Because at the end of the day, Smart Origins is genuinely about acknowledging the differences with people and seeing what happens with it. We all have different origins, and we all have different ways of doing things. All of us have different fighting styles, traveling styles, eating habits. And that's a fun thing to mess with. And also, a lot of us are freaking bloodthirsty and very happy to just start stabbing whenever we feel the slightest inconvenience or want to just mess around. And I want to be able to play with that idea. I will continue working on the Coliseum, even if it is overly ambitious for a person who is not the best at building. I will finish at least something. But that will be next week. The server is set to open on the 16th of November. And I will try my damn hardest to be there when it opens and stream it. Thank you for all who stuck around, who hung out, who lurked. It was a very fun time going over the memories of the server. But I think I've learned a lot, and I think I am ready to move on. Thank you so much, Rose, for making the server and dealing with our shenanigans. It has been a lovely time, and I cannot wait to play on Season 2. And with that, I will see y'all next week.